Joined by Marcus Farrell, who is just out of the screen, out of shot, but we'll come back to him. There he is. Marcus, what's happening, man?
What's happening? Let me get my life right. What's happening? Good morning, America. Welcome to the Blackish Show. You gonna see this side of the Atlantic.
This side of Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Mundell, we got Grady Mundell in the house. What's going on, man?
Nigga said Grady, he started off early.
Bro, nah, that's lightweight. That's late. That's lightweight compared to what we actually
I should have known you was in there doing choir rehearsal on your jokes. Good morning, y'all. I love y'all. It's good to be back with my brothers. This is gonna be a wonderful show. We got a lot of content to cover today. So much shit to talk about. Man, what? Talk about the panel I was on yesterday with Talib Kweli, Lord Jamar, and Bone.
How'd that go?
Man, we got some shit to talk about. And we're gonna talk about Donald Trump and the shit he's pulling, and a lot of other shit. Let's go, guys.
We got a lot of folks already saying good morning. Let me switch.
Oh yeah, one of our viewers, one of our faithful viewers, sent a message to me this morning saying we got to talk about Lil Tunchi and the president.
Oh yeah, you know we gonna talk about
Tunchi. I sent you the best tweet to let in this voice. I think Lil Jon channels all of our energy the best. In that.
All right, well, let's start with Lil Jon's response to someone asking him if he's gonna follow suit with Lil Pump. I'm sorry, who the hell is Lil Pump?
He's a rapper.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A nigga that won't get my money.
Right. Of course, we all know who Lil Tunchi is. Lil Wayne,
Tunchi.
rock looking ass.
Somebody on the internet said Lil Wayne ain't been right since he put 3 pieces of flounder in his hair. And some of them 3 thick dreads in the back. Look like cornmeal flounder. But the internet does not lose, boy.
Hey, no. So here we go. Let me see if I can pull up the right thing here. And let me take one thing down. Need y'all all up in my business as I pull up my screen share. Let's take a look at what monitor is it going to look at?
Likes.
That one.
Start liking this thing, y'all.
Hang on, we don't want that one. Hang on.
Marcus, someone said they don't know if anyone watch anime, but you got some Koran HS Host Club jacket. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I don't know. I like anime. Anime tends to be a little extreme.
We talking about anime Ike's first wife?
That's what. Eat the cake, anime. So here we go. A big man against the rope said, Lil Jon, please join Lil Pump and Lil Tunchi in supporting our great president. And Lil Jon had the best reply. He said, how about fuck no?
I ain't see Lil Jon reply on your screen, homeboy.
It's gonna be on the, it's gonna be on your, man, I got all my messages open and stuff, but it's good. It's all business related. But anyway, it's on the, you see it on the YouTubes and on the Twitter streams. But everybody's trying to get the rappers. What's up with the rappers? It's like every other week we got a new rapper who's trying to come out and support. They test the waters to see if they can support Donald Trump. You had Ice Cube. You had after Ice Cube. Well, first you had Kanye, and then you had Ice Cube, and then you had who was it, 50 Cent, and now Lil Tunchi. All of them are taking a stab at it. None of them are popular rappers right now. I mean, they were all popular rappers in that day. Mundell, we don't got you, man. We don't hear you.
Here's what's worse, my friends. Because let me give people context, because y'all know how I am on setting the record. You know what I'm saying? Can we play a video real quick, Ben? So keep talking, Marcus. Go ahead. I'm gonna give Ben a video to remind people to level on how fuckery always shows his head before the whole fuck boy comes out. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, what I gotta say is, might take a little longer than because the video might be pumped, might be primed up, but I'll get into it real quick. Ben, Mundell, America, white folks messed up hip hop. White A&Rs messed up hip hop in the 90s, and power hungry black A&Rs, but labels themselves collectively made a decision that conscious music wouldn't get placed at the forefront. And if you consider that there's only basically maybe 10 labels and also radio stations that kind of got consolidated, if you think about Sirius. And they made a conscientious effort because there was a period of time where black conscious rappers, not conscious, I mean black rappers, that just to talk about all aspects of black society were popular. De La Soul, we can go off leaders of the new school. It was just a period of time in the 90s where popular rap, like top 5 songs, top 10 songs, were made by people who cared about their community and actually had a voice about their community. And then what ended up happening is that these labels decided that we're no longer going. Gangsta rap didn't just naturally take over. American ears got primed to it by a forceful putting things that were derogative about black communities on the radio. We didn't just black folks didn't just naturally say, yeah, I want to hear more about shooting and having sex with 20 women and selling drugs. That didn't happen, right? That there was an intentional push, America, and we've gotten so used to that push that now we celebrate. The more ratchet you are, and I'm not preaching, it's just true. The more ratchet you are, the nastier you are, the worse things that you say about your community in music are the things that get elevated. You can say what you want. But I mean, just turn on the radio right now, right, and listen to the lyrics. Pretty much, you're gonna get the same, 5 things from black men rappers, right? A couple of exceptions, right? We're gonna have sex with many women. We have a better car and more money than you do. We're gonna sell some drugs. We're gonna either rob you and then and my dog will do it for a Louis belt, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's pretty much where we are. So, what do you expect? I guess I say all of that to say, what do you expect, Ben Dixon, Mondale Robinson? What do you expect from a cat who makes amazing music, but if you listen to his lyrics, for the most part, they haven't been some enhanced theory and thesis on the black community, and maybe it has, but it's definitely been from one aspect, and that's the aspect that that these white A&Rs and labels wanted in the late 90s to happen, and we haven't broke free of that yet. So, what do you expect from Lil Wayne? Really, honestly, what do you expect from Lil Wayne?
To shut the hell up and stay out of grown folks' business.
That part.
And let us do the work that needs to be done, because he obviously don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I got the picture on the screen. It is Lil Wayne shows his support for Donald Trump after having a, quote, great meeting with the president, just to make sure everybody is up to speed what we're talking about. I'm going to go to his tweet. Is the tweet in here? They didn't include the tweet. All right, so let's go to his tweet. This is where he put out his support for the president, saying, just had a great meeting with the real Donald Trump. Let me pull up on your screen real quick a little better. Just had a great meeting with real Donald Trump at POTUS. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, this nigga don't even know how this is criminal justice reform, but all right. The Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today and assured he will and can get it done. And here you go. They're just sitting there smiling, grinning, teeth to teeth, just looking like old dried up.
What does Wayne have to say? Yeah.
What's a coon to a goblin? That's what he got to say.
Doochie. Yeah.
Mondale, you still researching over there? All right. So anyway, like I said, they're going through the rotation. They're going through all the different black rappers that they can get their hands on to see who they could pull off in support of Donald Trump. And it's not a surprise, but at this point, let's just get this election over with at this point.
Yeah.
Somebody said that's when Wayne got COVID. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he need those doctors. All that lean he's been drinking all these years.
Wayne is the origin of COVID.
From the look of that video, from the look of his picture, yeah. Lil Wayne look like he been. That's too much lean. That's what happened when you do lean 3 times a day, 4 times a day. But anyway,
hey, and y'all know I know my sweaters, right? That's a Gucci sweater. So you take your Gucci drape sweater, having ass, up to hang out with Donald Trump and talk about black issues. I mean, these guys are in it for themselves, man. At first, I was trying to defend them with this 2-side argument, man. But man, it's just a couple of days before the election. Sit your ass at home, bro. Stay in New Orleans. Stay wherever the fuck you at, right? Like, you trying to move people for no reason right now, man. It's a bad bet to hedge.
Somebody said a nigga looked like a dehydrated turd with dreads. I said he looked like a dried up Fraggle Rock on lean.
I was looking for one that had like both of the dumb things he said in the past, but just played it. Just this is part of one. This is in response to some shit he said where he was like, first he was like the Black Lives Matter was a dumb organization. He don't understand it because he's like I'm a young rich black man. No, he's I'm a young rich nigga.
Right.
That's proof that American racism doesn't exist anymore. Then he had this interview right here, and he just went in and doubled down on the dumb shit. This is me talking to people about like the fact that just Google these stupid motherfuckers when they ain't a presidential election and listen to the stupid shit they saying before you start talking about their politics.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me make sure I can pull it up and make sure y'all can hear what this dude is saying. Let's go. All right, hold on. Give me one more setup of it because I need to reroute the audio to make sure the audience can hear it. Is this the one where he was talking with the black sister and he was talking about? She asked him what he thought about Black Lives Matter, and he said, I don't even know. It don't make no sense to me.
No, he said, it don't make no sense to me. I'm a young rich nigga in America. That's proof that America ain't racist. And I'm like,
you think about it, like.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. The same motherfucker, as soon as some shit hit home, he want to be very motherfucking politically. He want to be politically active, and he want all black people to be supporting him. You the same motherfucker was screaming about Katrina, motherfucker. I heard that song. I became a Lil Wayne fan in 2005 when I heard that song about Hello Katrina. You a hoe ass motherfucker, man, for playing with
He's a beast, he's a dog, he's a motherfucker problem.
Okay, what's you a goon, but you a coon to a goblin.
No, I mean, listen.
Okay, what's a coon?
This shit right here?
Yeah.
That shit right there is disgusting.
And the problem is, we got to talk about it because it's happening, and it's like somebody that sells platinum records and pretty much thanks to a lot of young black people look up to him. But hopefully those young black people have already voted because early voting numbers are up.
Yeah. I got to find another source for that because I need to download it and throw it in the system. So I'm going to find that. Y'all keep talking about the fact that we at the last second here. This is the Hail Mary, and the Hail Mary is to try to pull up.
Different way. I got one for you.
Okay, what you got? If you send it on Twitter, that's even better because I can pull it real quick. Pull it down. All right, while we do that, let me pull up some of the comments in the comment section. Coleman Curtis said, "You can't buy us. Money is not the answer."
Exactly.
Evan Loves Whiskey said, "Lil Wayne ain't been shit for a while. This is all for publicity." Pusha T got on his ass today this morning too. Hang on, let me go to Twitter and pull that up. Pusha T, old ass, babe, but this is the most irrelevant dude in the game right now. Pusha T is the most relevant dude who ain't been on the scene for real.
Best rappers.
Yes, agreed. I'm talking about in terms of popular, right now popular culture. He's relevant because he's giving these niggas hell. He's not necessarily relevant because of his tracks though.
Also relevant.
Is hot right now.
Yeah, and he's also relevant because he's CEO of good music, bro.
Yeah.
He runs a music label.
When did that happen, folks? When did Pusha?
Kanye launched, boy. He been with Kanye since Kanye launched. Yeah.
Pusha T been hot for a minute, but Pusha T is come on, man.
Hey, he's a good business dude.
So wait. So help me out now, cause I do ignore it a little bit. Like last time I heard from Pusha T, he was giving Drake hell, and that was a spotlight in his career, and then he went the way most people go. You saying he been consistent in the game, dropping hits?
Yeah, I would like to say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to say yeah. I mean, it's not number one hits, but Push drop an album.
It's never about it. It's never been about his skill. Like Pusha T been ill since the clips.
And I'm gonna tag you in a post on Twitter or a tweet, or whatever y'all call those things.
DM is gonna be easiest, but go ahead.
All right, DM. Okay, I'm a DM.
Hey, listen, man. I want to talk about the guns in Walmart.
What guns?
Y'all see the article, man? First, let me pause.
Who's in this? F Pusha T.
Who said that?
I mean, we could disagree on whether or not he hotter right now, but y'all wildin'.
Yeah, they got a little problem. I don't know. Some Push must have had.
They must really like Drake. That's what it is. They must really like Drake.
Virginia.
Well, you can't be from Virginia and not like.
Unless he robbed your ass.
Unless.
See, what happens is we become so enthralled in fandom that once somebody comes for your favorite person,
yep, that's exactly what it is.
That all of a sudden the other person is evil. Like for instance, Mondale's absurd love for Jay-Z in the Nas battle. I mean, completely absurd. We all know that he lost, but considering that. Considering that Jay-Z's on top of everything and he's supposed to be the popular guy, no matter what gets said, Jay-Z has to be the one who wins. Kind of same thing because some people are just fanned out on Drake, right? You know what I mean? Yep, and I get it. Exactly, he's my light-skinned brother. I get it. But you know
Drake
what?
Is dope.
Some folks just can't admit that Drake got ethered. Actually, Drake got ethered harder than Nas, that Jay-Z got.
Yeah, no, that beef between Pusha T and Drake was epic. I don't understand this, Anthony, and we're not trying to put you on blast. Yes, we are. But how you figure Pusha T snitched out Drake's son? That's not snitching out, bro.
Stop. That person don't know the history. That person don't know the history of hip hop beef, nor do they understand battle rap. Battle rap is all about. So, who is that? Where's that person?
He's a regular listener. I'm just surprised I'm surprised he going off the cliff for Drake.
Is he from north, south, or east, or west BFE? Because he's definitely from bumfuck Egypt. I'm just trying to figure out which part.
Man, stop picking on people. He just need a little knowledge. That's why they watch this show.
Lord.
And I said that because I love you.
Nick is back in here saying Nas won. Like I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming back. Nas won.
Let me clarify, Marcus. You used a bad example because I don't love Jay-Z. I'm not a fan. I absolutely hate Jay-Z because of his politics. And everybody that listens to me knows that.
All right. Well, so maybe not you, but there's a lot of people who get so caught up in fandom that they can't admit when their favorite person lost. Drake got drugged through the mud, and then
he had to confess to a whole ass family, bro.
And then thrown back again. So therefore, whenever you take out somebody who's at their hottest, like Pusha T did, then they automatically get a kudos from me.
You get a kudos. I just.
All right, it's in your box. It's in your box.
It's in my box. All right, let's go. Yeah.
It's in your DM. I'm in Ben's DM. It's going down in the. Well, why I gotta pose?
I don't see it in the DMs, bro.
Keep looking. Slow ass internet you got over there. You know it's on squirrel speed. What up,
yeah.
What up, Chip Squad? That motherfucker called me great.
Chip Squad. Chip
But
Squad.
Wait a minute. Wait till we pull up the whole. See what y'all didn't realize was going to happen was that the chipmunk was going to become all three of us. Y'all thought it was just going to be me. That dude, Ben America, pulled up.
You got the picture?
I got it. I'm gonna pull that shit. Hey, he bodied all three of us in one picture. Where that picture at? What?
Man,
God
if
damn,
you put that picture of all three of them squirrels together, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm putting hey, bro, that y'all started it. Y'all don't start it, you can't finish it, man. And this dude came in and ethered all three of us with one single image. I'm gonna pull it up on your screen right now for your viewing pleasure. While we wait on this internet to get his DM to me, here you go. This is from Ben America. He put all three of us. Here you go. Let me zoom out. At the top, you got.
That's me with that.
You got. You got Marcus Farrell with the hat because he's the only one to wear the hat. Then you got Grady over here, thugged out Grady, the dark-skinned squirrel, the dark-skinned squirrel,
black-ass squirrel.
And then I guess this is me with the boxing gloves because I'm always in the garage boxing.
But you goddamn light-skinned and become a black-ass squirrel.
So what y'all started yesterday, which was hilarious.
Shadow running around.
It has become the official logo of all three of us in this clickbaited political thirst trap. All right, let me see if this DM.
Sign up for this shit.
Hey, you can't help.
Go home.
Who did you send it to? Because it is not in my DMs.
You Ben P. Dixon, ain't you?
At Benjamin P. Dixon.
Yeah, I know this goddamn head anywhere. Actually, anybody does. It's the only. It's you know what you are, Ben. You know what your head is.
Tell me what my head is, bro.
Your plant was a human head, motherfucker. That's what your head is.
if my what? I'm sorry, we didn't. The audience couldn't hear it. Say it again so we can all laugh.
Your was a human head, motherfucker. That's what your head is.
Marcus, did you hear it?
Mm.
We didn't hear it.
You got me muted.
Nah, you're not muted. We're just not here.
Damn, you a little sensitive this morning, my dear. You.
I'm trying to figure out why you can't hear me, motherfucker. Hey,
Because
Well, I hear you. Don't forget Ben.
Because
Like
it's
tuned
not.
you out.
oh,
Because it's
Ben,
not funny.
I got you.
Because
Okay,
it's.
I was a little slow on the joke. It said
wasn't funny,
delivered 12 minutes ago, Ben.
Hey, can we move on back to
Yeah, let's
Walmart,
move on
man?
because I can't find. We'll go to Walmart. 'Cause-
Yeah. So listen, and I sent you the story in the inbox. Once you find it, we can.
Oh,
bring it
bro,
back up.
somebody updated their picture on YouTube with Mondale Squirrel, bro.
Who was that hater? Oh, so who's that stupid ass app? Oh, now we don't want to move on. That's good. Let's,
No, we can move
Hey, wait,
on.
wait, no, listen.
We'll
Let's
move
move
on.
on. So Walmart has made the decision that they're going to remove all the guns from all their U.S. stores because of the threat of violence, and all these, yeah. So and I mean, listen, I talked about Florida Man, and where he stays, and let's talk about MAGA Man and where he lives. MAGA Man lives close to a Walmart. He has a red truck. For some strange reason, there are always red trucks. If I see a red truck, I automatically almost assume you're a racist, by the way. But he has a red. I know it's crazy, right? Like if I see a red truck, I think to myself, this person has racist tendencies. But he has a red truck. He lives fairly close to a Walmart, and his thing that he wants to do is he wants to go to Walmart and buy guns. So they go to Walmart, and Walmart, and they go to Walmart because you see him in Walmart. If you want to see a Florida man, a MAGA man, you go to Walmart, man. And Walmart has made the decision that because the Trump allies and MAGA supporters have already threatened violence in the United States soil if Trump loses, that they don't want to give them access. And I have to give Walmart a shout out. Because, I mean, we all know the Walton family doesn't necessarily give a fuck about America. But for them to pull guns to make sure that they, pull their guns to make sure that they don't assist in any violence that MAGA folks have, it's going to be real interesting to see if MAGA people actually protest Walmart. Wouldn't that be something fun to see?
My question is, do you think it's because look at the phrasing in the first sentence. Walmart on Thursday said it has pulled its gun and ammunition from sales floors of its U.S. stores as it seeks to keep firearms from being stolen should social unrest erupt. I feel like they try. I feel like they low key trying to say we gonna.
They're trying to blame us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right, Nick Rose.
I don't know because after the Walmart had already a few years back under the pressure of activists, gun reform activists, they had already taken handguns out of their stores, so they only had rifles now. So they only had long guns. So I mean, I think they know who their customers are. They know there may be this idea that black people are those who shop at Walmart the most. That ain't the case. Walmart knows the demographics. You better know that of who's shopping at their store. So that idea is directly linked. They know who's stealing from their stores too. They know, you know what I'm saying? There's an entire swath of middle America dressed up with people that don't look like us. So I think Walmart know exactly what they were saying, and I think, I'm not really to say that Walmart or the Waltons give a damn about anybody other than the Waltons, but I think this is a way to prevent, themselves from being sued possibly for the access. Like if Walmart was serious about this, they would have did what Dick's Sporting Goods did when they took out the handguns. Dick's Sporting Goods took out all their guns, and Walmart could have done that as well. So I'm excited that they're taking them off the shelf, especially when you couple with the fact over the past couple of months or so, the number one purchase of a gun was black people. So it ain't like we ain't ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I hope you are too. Hey, quick side note: I had an ex-girlfriend that used to steal from Walmart every single time she went in, no matter how much money she had, and her justification for stealing was, "It's Walmart."
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Like, I mean, we get back to the car, and she would, she'd sit down in the car, and I'd be putting bags up, and she'd sit in the passenger side and just start pulling shit out. Like for no reason. I'm thinking to myself, I got money, but she was like, "Yeah, no, they're corporate. I'm just doing America a favor." So
I actually don't give a fuck if somebody steal milk because they're hungry or they got to give it to their baby. But stealing just to steal, I'm glad she's your ex-girlfriend.
Cheers.
I'm glad, because that shit sound strange to me.
Oh, it was problematic, but I mean, and first off, don't be the person that hops in the car and be like, drive. Like, when you drive where? Drive, nigga. I just robbed the store. Drive.
Armed robbery. Why the fuck did you let me know we were going to rob me? Because I could make my own decision if I want to be a part of this or not.
Drive. Oh, you soft now, huh? Oh, you soft.
Yeah, man. People stealing food from stores. I don't give a damn. Walk around the store and make you a bologna sandwich. I support it.
Well, I mean, if their ethos is they think that we're gonna go into these stores and get guns and get armed, then I mean, they might quiet as kept. They might be trying to keep us from defending ourselves.
Wait, let me ask the audience a question. I'm sorry. Somebody just said they could hear it. And this was way back. I'm scrolling through the comments. You all could hear the music from Lil Wayne when I was playing that clip.
Yeah, me too.
You could hear it too?
I was listening to it on the clip. That was.
Oh, so it was just me that couldn't hear. All right, so then if we need to, we could circle back to those clips. I don't have to hear it. I'm just putting all the super chats up. This is from Butterfly 2012. Said hi from Arizona. These star-nated fools. All right, I haven't really heard that phrase before, but they are some fools. And pull up a couple more super chats from Johnny Fire. Said I wouldn't put Cube in the same category as Wayne, 50, or Kanye. I would.
Why? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, well, you know what? Here I go. I'm gonna do this without the hoodie today. Yeah, there's a difference between Cube, because I still believe that Cube approached the Biden campaign. I still believe that, and
yeah,
I still believe it.
But
no matter what.
Wasn't it you who? No, it wasn't you. It was somebody else who said, why should the Biden campaign have to take somebody's half-ass homework and present it like, oh, wow, that just came from Ice Cube, so we got to pay attention. This nigga ain't even have a plan that was even well-researched.
Now, I mean, listen, I get it, right? And to be quite honest with you, if it was an attempt to do something. Now, Wayne, on the other hand, Wayne hasn't been politically engaged at all. Wayne is just using his star power to. Cube spent at least 3 months talking about the presidential election. Can we give him that? No matter,
I give him 2.
Yeah, I think 3. Cube has at least been talking about it, and he got used like a he got used really bad by Trump, right?
We'll leave it there. Yeah.
I'm trying to stop my little nasty analogies, man. He got used, but I mean, you haven't heard Wayne say the word president since Carter 3. You know what I mean? Like, so, Wayne is just literally trolling and getting used by the Republican Party to stop the Democrats from winning. And I think there's a difference between Ice Cube and Lil Wayne in this one. I'm sorry. There's a very big difference.
What would you say the difference is besides the amount of times being spoken?
That's the difference. Like, somebody who's actually trying to be politically engaged versus somebody they pulled off the fucking street to snatch votes away.
But
Cube was politically nuanced enough, but he was well-meaning.
But if the purpose was to still the goal and the purpose and the usage of Ice Cube was the same, to steal votes away to help Donald Trump win, like however long he been on deck or not, he's still being used the same way.
Have you heard Donald Trump? Have you heard Lil Wayne say both parties are bad for us? No, you haven't. You haven't you haven't heard Lil Wayne say a goddamn thing.
No,
all. There's a difference between Lil Wayne.
But I think the reason I paused because I'm not impressed because people could say both parties are bad for us.
Right. No,
like, that's the lowest barrier of entry.
Damn, fellas, fuck. Like, don't be absolutists. Jesus Christ.
You asked me a question. I'm answering the goddamn question.
Literally. Okay, listen. Listen. Literally.
That's the question.
There's a difference between Lil Wayne going up, not having any conversations about the presidential election at all, not having any conversations about black engagement at all, Y'all are literally trying to take away that Ice Cube, no matter whether he made a mistake or he intentionally did that shit or not, has had conversations about the black community like consistently before he went and did that dumbass shit with Donald Trump, compared to Lil Wayne getting pulled out of some kind of ugly rock and then thrown up in front of there's a difference between that shit.
Hang on 1 second, Mandel. I just am not impressed with someone who had bro. Fuck the hell out. Shit. Y'all, you get all uber sensitive over Ice Cube. I don't see a difference. I'm not impressed because I'm not impressed just because you speak. Hang on, man. I am not impressed just because you out here talking black woke stuff when your black woke stuff is perfectly intersecting with white supremacy, which is what Ice Cube was doing. He's saying he want to do stuff for the black community, but in the day, he has been a tool for white supremacy.
Okay, but he's had the conversations. He's been
conversations that are going to be detrimental to us, bro.
If you engage me, right, as a human being, if you engage me and you have the conversation, and literally Cedric Richmond, his motherfucking self, said, "Hey, man, that's not what happened." Now, first, fuck it. Honestly, I think everybody capping for everybody. So that's what I think. Point blank.
Who am I capping for? Who am I capping for when I say I'm not impressed by his? Listen, just because you come out here, look,
I'm saying there's a difference. If we ask
there's not a substantive difference. There's not a qualitative difference, bro. It's not
very simple. Someone who's actually tried to engage with a conversation about the black community, at least before 3 days before the fucking election, they pull out Lil Wayne. There's a difference, Ben.
Bruh, he's just another in a secession of the same agenda. It is the same agenda and a secession of the same agenda. Kanye West was first, Ice Cube was second, 50 Cent, then Lil Wayne. It's all the same game.
Hold on, Ben. It actually can be said that Lil Wayne was first with his anti-Black Lives Matter statement. So when you talk about being an absolutist, you're doing that when you're excluding Lil Wayne's voice. He had a political stance that's detrimental to black movement. He was talking shit about Black Lives Matter. That is a fucking political statement.
That's not during the presidential race. That had nothing to do with the presidential race. I'm talking about immediately dealing with the presidential race and a presidential endorsement. Like literally, that guy went up to Washington, D.C. to endorse Donald Trump's bullshit. There's a very big difference between somebody else who literally was having a conversation about the black community beforehand. I'm not defending Ice Cube. I'm saying there is a difference between Ice Cube and doggone Lil Wayne. Y'all are acting like it's not.
Marcus, it ain't no fucking different, bro.
It is a difference. Someone who engaged in the black community, y'all obviously didn't listen to no words that Ice Cube said beforehand, and that's because we have to villainize. We have to villainize people to make sure that we know that we're just yesterday. It's funny because just yesterday, Ben literally said, "Hey, Mindy didn't mean bad by wearing that shirt. We got to bring people in."
What the fuck? Okay,
so follow what I'm saying now. Follow what I'm saying.
We already listen. Nobody ain't going on that dark dumb.
No, it's not a dark. No, you don't want to go down it because I might make my point, and you don't want me to have my point. But that's fine. Because guess what? I'm gonna have my point. I really don't. Like, I'm really gonna finish my point. And maybe I'm wrong, but to me, in my viewpoint, just my viewpoint.
Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Just my viewpoint. There is a difference between somebody who is making dumbass decisions, but is doing it for the black community, at least in their fucked up mind, and Lil Wayne, who hasn't said a goddamn word the whole presidential election, and then get pulled out right 3 days before election. Fuck out of here.
Bro, you grading on a curve, bro. You grading on bro? I sat through and listened to all your bullshit, so now listen to my bullshit. All right?
I will.
Bro, you grading on a curve. You saying you get credit just for trying, even though what you doing is actively detrimental to the entirety of the damn country and the black community specifically, because we all know everything that's coming from Donald Trump is a death curse to the black community. But they wrap it in, oh, we did something for the black folks. We thought about. I don't care how long you've been thinking about niggerdom. When you roll out your plan and everything that you do has been detrimental to us, beneficial to the campaign and the support of the white supremacists in chief, you don't get credit for me just because you tried. You tried and you failed, and what you did was detrimental. So step back and let the people who've been doing this for real for the longest do what they've been doing. But he didn't do that. Cube didn't do that. Cube went out and just, I don't know, what can anybody honestly say what productive came of Cube's efforts?
ADOS got a space. Let me just finish. The fucking fact that people are playing games with the situation like that was a motherfucking isolated event that Cube did. The motherfucker ain't come out and say full disclosure. Oh, I got half my money for the big three from Steve Bannon. Full disclosure.
Come on.
3 months ago, I posted a fucking picture saying Joe Biden was the same as Hitler. Man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. That shit is bad news. It's bad politics, and it was disingenuous to say that it's about the black community.
That's
about that motherfucker centering himself.
You know, that is the same as saying.
Basically, at the end of the day, if you speak to Trump, you are all the same nigga. That's what y'all.
Bruh.
I'm saying, let me finish.
Well, finish. You paused like you were finished, bruh.
Listen, I mean, dog, on the real. That don't bother me, Ben. I'm just trying to have a conversation, bro.
Bro, you bringing the energy. You bringing the energy that you don't expect to get back from all of us. Okay. Dog, bring the energy you won't reciprocate.
Okay.
Dog, bring the energy you won't reciprocate it, and you will get it. Dog, that's what I'm saying.
I've been doing that, man. But
fam.
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
No, you know what? Fine. Every Negro who has ever talked to Donald Trump in any kind of way is obviously trying to hurt the black community.
Yes, when 1 in 1,000 black folks are dead because of that nigga.
Okay, but we're not absolutists. So we're not being absolutists.
That's not absolute. You don't need to argue. You don't need to fucking organize with the KKK.
I'm not arguing on behalf of Negroes who talk to Donald Trump. I'm just saying that some niggas are stupid and don't even know what the fuck they're doing, trying to be well-meaning. And some people are fucking literally evil-ass motherfuckers like Lil Wayne who just pop up and try to... There's a difference between that. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can be mad at me if you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Marcus, you're the mad one. We're not mad, bro. Look at your ears.
I'm literally just like, we're being absolutist. If we use the same scale of conversations, right? If we use the same scale, we look at Mindy, the conversation about the T-shirt yesterday with Mindy, right? We know for a goddamn fact that that woman don't belong on no shirt with General Tubman. We know that for a fact. We know that for a fact. But we're not literally canceling her being close to blackness because of it. We're not sitting up here saying that she can't, like, people can't learn. There can't be scales of being right and wrong. Yet just yesterday, you used the same analogy about, okay, we're trying to be so woke that we can't this, that, and the other. But what are we talking about?
Are we drawing an analog? Are we seriously going to equate somebody wearing a Bama-ass shirt that they shouldn't have worn with someone who is actively playing a role in getting the white supremacist in chief reelected? Because there is no analog there.
Okay, I disagree, but I mean, you know, if I say, okay, who's doing what for us in general, the only conversation that we have differently is racist versus fascist. So as far as I'm really concerned, like in COVID death, right, which I am not agreeing with, but on the same token, goddamn, like, every nigga who tries to talk to Donald Trump is not literally intentionally being like, okay, you know what, we're going to get you and pull you out right now, except Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has literally got pulled out of the blue yesterday. That is a difference. It is not the same thing in my opinion.
It actually is worse.
And Cube didn't.
You know why? You know why Cube is worse?
Like, Cube didn't endorse anybody.
This is why
Lil Wayne went up there and endorsed him.
This is why it's worse. Cube is just as bad, if not worse. It's because Lil Wayne is a fucking clown. And I think anybody with any modicum of observation skills can say this nigga's a clown. Ice Cube is trying to rap his gangster and his wokeness and all of his blackness, and inside of that Trojan horse is the white supremacy assist. He's giving the alley-oop. Whether he is slamming it himself, he gave an alley-oop to Donald Trump for white supremacy, and he wrapped it in his gangster. So he's trying to sell radical blackness to us, and inside of it ain't nothing but pure white supremacy. So to me, it's worse.
I mean, listen, I understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna be very honest and say that we wouldn't even be talking about black issues right now or the platinum plan if Cube didn't pull that bullshit that he did.
Who wouldn't be talking about black issues? Because I know you're not.
I'm talking about the plans itself. I do believe that Cube did play a role in actually bringing it up, and actually having people actually have conversation about it.
What up?
I think right now.
What plan, Marcus?
2 weeks before the election, and God damn it, I should have asked for my disclaimer. I didn't, and that's where I messed up at.
Wait, what plan?
That's where I messed up. I didn't get my disclaimer, and I should have asked for my disclaimer.
The disclaimer is given retroactively, given the disclaimer that he is defending but not defending. He's making an argument, he's countering an argument, but he is not coming to the defense of the person who is the target of the counter. Go ahead.
Okay, listen. When Cube brought up the issue when Donald Trump rolled it out, trying to, of course, use it for evil intentions. And he rolled out Cube support, and I work with Cube, and that was evil intentions. And you know what, Ice Cube? I'm not sitting up here saying that Ice Cube was anywhere close to right. What I'm saying is the conversation about Joe Biden's plan, the conversations about Trump's fake ass plan actually happened. I don't think that would have happened going into the stretch for a presidential election organically without those conversations happening. Now, Wayne is different to me. Wayne just got pulled out of a rock and endorsed somebody that literally he came out of nowhere, man. So all I'm saying is at least conversations are happening. But Lil Wayne and Ice Cube, those are two different human beings, man. Like, I haven't seen Lil Wayne do conversations on Instagram or Twitter about his viewpoints on the presidency.
So
whether wrong or right, I haven't seen that.
What I'm gonna say is, but for Cube's dumbass situation and mistake, I'll call it a mistake if you want to. I think it was well fucking planned out. But I'll say mistake. There is no space for this dumb shit about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne don't come out. Lil Pump don't come out. But for Cube's mistake. Cube is the but for. And in law, when you're the but for, you're fucking responsible for all of that shit. So you can say there's no connection between the shit, but if it ain't no fucking Cube talking about a platinum plan, Lil Wayne dumbass ain't out here at all trolling the fucking country about the cost of fucking election. And that's a fact.
Let me throw this comment up on the screen because I've been trying to get a mixture of comments. A lot of people saying Marcus is right. A lot of people saying we right. Here's a comment that I want to elevate because I want to make a point off of it. Andrea said, Ice Cube has convinced more people than anyone to not vote for Biden in the list of rappers that have come out, sans maybe Kanye. And that's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. It is the most insidious because we could see a clown show. Lil Wayne is a fucking clown. Fuck that dude. Ice Cube is presenting himself as if he has a lot of compassion and love for the black community. At the end of the day, the results is the same. It is an alley-oop for white supremacy. And we are having to engage in this fight in the black. But at the end of the day, all conversations ain't good for us because right now, the other half of the conversation, Marcus, you did something that most people ain't gonna do. You're able to have the capacity to have this conversation and still make the decision for yourself that you still know what the best thing for everybody in this moment is to get rid of Donald Trump. But you're able to have that conversation. There's so many people who are not able to have that conversation because they take it, they internalize it, they can't handle the cognitive dissonance of this is a necessary conversation, but I still need to get rid of this fascist in the White House. There's so many people who are just like, goddamn right, Cube, we can't fuck with none of them. And it's going all under the name and the label of conversation, thus detrimental to the entire country, but especially to black folks.
Agreed. I'm not gonna sit up here and make too much of our defense on Ice Cube's actions. I've already had that show, and I've already been on that show. That's not my point. My point is we fellas, if we're gonna educate Mindy, let's educate the ignorant folks. That's it. That's all.
Here's a difference.
It's
the difference. Mindy's shirt is not going to kill one fucking black person because of the results of a presidential election.
I disagree with that. I disagree with it. Because the slippery slope that we're on, if the next administration doesn't come in there and do something about black people getting killed, but we're already idolizing Kamala as a freedom fighter, then guess what? That does allow us to get killed. Because we're not going to put accountability and pressure on her.
Everybody on that shirt weren't freedom fighters. It was politicians on that shirt.
I know, but I mean, I'm saying like the ethos when you put Harriet Tubman's name on there and Kamala Harris's name, that means that we're going to absolve her of responsibility if she doesn't necessarily do what she's supposed to do for our community.
Cat Beatty on YouTube said
like that are the beginning of a slippery slope that could get us killed.
Cat said on YouTube, can I include comments from many, not just a few on the screen, please? Yeah, we doing the best we can. I'm gonna leave it alone. Here's a super chat from Ursula, just sending some love from the UK. £5, we appreciate it. He's already killed one in 1,000 of black folks, says Joy. He's killed hundreds of thousands of us. And I actually really do rock with this comment. I'm gonna put we're gonna put all the comments on the screen. Tamara saying it's so dangerous to agree to disagree here, but damn, it is exhausting. ADOS Justice, I'm just going down the line. It says no one wants to have the class discussion about black folks. We do. We love to have it all. We love to have it here.
Welcome to the show. That's your first day over here.
It must be. Environmental Coffee House said Mindy's shirt had a bunch of female black women activists and the name Kamala was attached. Yeah, okay. Tamara said if you want that, put some money on it, Cat. Pay some money. You can definitely get on the screen. Thumbs up from Mondale. I'm just going down the list. Angela just listed the names of the people who are on the shirt. Dr. Claus says that they want to have that conversation about race and class. That's really driving the Wayne support, in my opinion. And honestly, that's actually a brilliant segue from this conversation to the real motivation behind all these dudes. To me, Cube, 50 Cent, Wayne, Kanye, all of them, all they care about is the fact that they don't want to pay more taxes.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. So honestly, and I really feel like knowing the troll that 50 Cent is, 50 Cent's comment came off as a joke, and his disdain, his after he made the comment, what happened, it was a joke. But the problem is, he's so tone deaf that he missed that this ain't the fucking time to joke about something as important as a presidential election this close to the election. So even his influence has been wasted. Because now, yesterday or this morning, he came out and tried to say Lil Wayne made a mistake by meeting with Donald Trump. No, you can't. You gave up that space when you made that joke right before the funeral that is November the 3rd election. You know what I'm saying? It's too late to feel sorry for the dead now that you too have played in that cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 50 Cent, that's why I'm trying to tell people, if anything, these are people. So the class narrative make more sense when we're talking about people born into it. We're talking about a class of brothers who came from nothing. So this is not like you were born into this bourgeoisie or this, this white
actively choosing it.
That's right. These are choices being made, and folk know what it means to survive with your backs against the wall as a black person, black man in this country. So that is a critique for me on these whack ass political statements and missteps.
My thing, the only thing I would add to that is that I think we're gonna have to collectively, and everybody can do what they want to do, but I'm gonna say it for me. I am accepting the reality that there are gonna be some black fascists, there are gonna be some black Nazis, there's gonna be some black folks who will sell us out. And the thing that drives me piss crazy right now is the fact that what's being done to bring black folks over to the side of fascists and Nazis is selling black wokeness as if they rap in the black radical tradition. They're rapping white supremacy in the black radical tradition. And that's what's being it's being injected into the black community like heroin was, like crack cocaine was. They are going through and they're getting all the people who swear that they woke, that swear that they radical, and at the core of it, it's white supremacy. And I feel honestly, the reason I got beef with Cube is I feel it was the same line, the same thing.
Yeah, listen, Ben. First, I respect I hope y'all understand. I respect where y'all are coming from on this one. And I saw somebody saying I'm being contrarian. No, I'm not. I'm not being contrarian just to be contrarian. Listen, I'm not just speaking to be speaking on this one. What I am doing and saying is, if the radical right is using black wokeness to pull black people from the Democratic Party, what do you think the Democratic Party is going to do?
Well, I think they suck and they don't even know how to respond. They got nothing.
Right. What I think they're going to do is actually take away from any semblance of black freedom and call it right, and call it alt-right. I think the moderate white folks who are in charge of the Democratic Party will take that same exact argument of black liberation, black freedom, right? And their excuse for not doing anything about it will eventually become, well, that's because that's what Trump and the Republicans want to do. And that's what we got to watch out for, because that's the way that the Democratic Party works. They look for excuses to not do anything for black people. And historically, that's correct. I'm sorry, I do have a lens beyond Election Day. Yes, number one goal, get Trump out. But then when we're working on accountability, how hard it's going to be to hold these folks accountable once there isn't any voice of dissension from these people?
There won't be voice of dissension just because you're elected. I mean, I think that's that way of thinking is like that says we're going to go back to politics as normal as black people. And I think people are in a different space as it pertains to what happens after the election of Joe Biden. I don't think there's an excitement level for Joe Biden. I think there's an excitement level of what the fuck we're going to do when people don't listen to us. And I think that is the new norm. We saw too many political dynasties fall this year, 2018, and also 2017, to forget that dynasties are on their way out of political politics.
Man, Mondale, I hope you're right, bro.
It ain't even about me being right. It's about the data being right. I mean, like if we look at what happened in 2018, the wave of those going to the largest wave ever in the House, the U.S. House, I think they gained like 40 some seats that had never happened before, and those elected were more progressive than those that weren't. So I mean, like there was not just a blue wave, there's a progressive blue wave, and also we saw regular political names get defeated by new faces, young, fresh people, and then we saw again this happening in the primary of 2020. So what I'm saying is this is no longer, we can't talk about politics as usual because baby boomers aren't the drivers of politics in this country anymore. And I think people keep forgetting that there's a 30+% difference in the demographic makeup of those who were baby boomers, meaning they were 70-80% white, whereas this generation now, millennials and the generation behind them, are 42% something other than white, and they're voting like that. This idea that you can be middle of the road Nancy Pelosi, or as the Bible said, lukewarm, and not get spat out is an old way of thinking. That's what I'm trying to tell people.
I got that too. The state of Arizona has for the past 10 years, the state of Arizona has been a blue state statistically, right? Independents outweighed everybody. Democrats had the same amount of voters, and also a very major, large portion of the independents were swinging to the left when it comes down to their voting. Arizona still had a Republican-led state house. Arizona still had a Republican-led state senate, and Doug Ducey is a Republican, and their Supreme Court leans to the right all the time. I understand where you're coming from with stats, bro.
I ain't talking about stats. That's the problem.
Okay, I'm not just stats. The trend that you were setting. Okay, yes. I see that. I'm not disagreeing with that. But historically, that doesn't matter.
We ain't talking about his story no more. His story. I gotta say that real quick, man. Hold on, because this is important. Don't get confused, people. This is how people take their opinions and mesh them with facts. Marcus wasn't trying to malign what I was saying, nor was he trying to undermine what I was saying. But it's important that I make these distinctions. I wasn't talking about stats. I'm talking about recent history since demographics shifted in this country. Now the problem is, Marcus was talking about historical turnout in Arizona. Here's the problem. Arizona is no longer representative of America. The state that Marcus is talking about, Arizona, does not match the demographics.
I wasn't using Arizona for the
82% white still. That is not America anymore. That is not the voting electorate. So Marcus using Arizona is not indicative of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a demographic shift that shows that white voters will no longer be the majority of voters. Baby boomers will no longer be the majority of voters in this country. Arizona doesn't represent that. It's an older state and it's a whiter state.
I was using that. I was using Arizona for one reason and one reason alone. We've had numbers to actually change policy towards our side. Policy has not changed.
That's white people, Marcus.
No, I'm in general with Lee's. We're talking about New York City, one of the most democratic, diverse areas in the nation, still had Rudy Giuliani pushing out policy that's stopping frisk black folks. What I'm saying to you is this right here. We can have numbers. If as long as there's weak politicians, and there will continue to be weak politicians that don't push our issues, I'm hoping that you're right. But no matter what data that gets said, until you get into office and actually pass bills that keep people out of poverty, when that happens, we can talk then. But so far, that has not happened. No matter what demographics we're talking about push, that hasn't happened. Barack had, I go back to it all the time. Barack had a majority in the House, majority in the Senate. I know it's not the same times, but you're hoping that changes, man.
I ain't hoping shit. I'm talking about, this is a different America, bro. You're talking about baby boomer elections.
What different? We're still getting killed right now.
Bro,
what's different?
Here's somebody who put it. I was just gonna be patient and wait to get in, but somebody said it in the chat room. They said the left has no I'm gonna change it a little bit. They said the left had no institutions to hold anyone accountable. And then I think they mean black people. Anyway, the left had no institutions to hold anybody accountable. The left has presently institutions to hold people accountable and apply pressure that we've not been in any position to apply pressure with before. We had no power to apply pressure to Barack Obama because organizations literally gave their power over to Obama, their fundraising power, right? Yeah. Ain't nobody giving their fundraising power to Joe Biden. Not a single organization is doing any. So we have institutions now. We have political capital. We have our own emailing list. We have the ability to fundraise and primary. We can literally pick 50 Democratic establishment folks, target them, primary them, and we probably win at least 30% of it, to 30 to 50% of those races. That is real power to hold these fools accountable that we have not had in my entire lifetime. So when the reason I agree with Mundell is not so much what he said, but what he says is true, but it's that history is totally different.
Right.
The last time we had this kind of ability to apply pressure, we got the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. And honestly, we have not had that kind of political capital since then because they literally gunned it down in the streets.
Facts. And the other thing I'm also talking about is, Marcus, I mean, you said AOC should be president. AOC is a result of what I'm talking about. That election was the first time that baby boomers were voting at the same level as millennials, but what we didn't consider was how fast people didn't think about how fast a generation and how big the generation behind millennial was going to be. That's a big ass generation. 1 in 10 voters this election cycle will be younger than millennials. 1 in 10 voters this election cycle will be younger than millennials, bro.
Wow.
So all I'm saying is that idea that like you can stick around and hang around and do nothing and that shit is gone with the baby boomers. There ain't no majority of people voting in this country anymore.
Shit. It's actually even worse, bro, because we getting Generation X and older millennials. That whole generation's getting swift voted. We getting taken out. We're not going to be able to set the terms of our politics because young millennials and Generation Z is on our ass, and right? They ain't playing. They to the further left than any of us on this. You know.
I love it, brother. Listen, when I'm in conversation, like these kids grasped way earlier than we did, and I think it has something to do with this fucked up economy, the world, and this pandemic. And I'm sorry for calling them kids. These young adults, earlier than anybody I've ever seen in the history of politics that I've seen and reading. They knew what "fuck you, get out my way" means, and that it's not disrespectful because we're talking about saving our lives. You know what I'm saying? To an older generation, way earlier than anybody else. It took us to like this election cycle or last to say, I'm tired of waiting on them to get out of the way. We're just gonna push them, gently push them. These young kids are not waiting on anybody. If you're not talking about their type of liberation, they got something for your ass. And it's called Cori Bush, and it's called Jamal Bowman, and it's called Mondaire Jones, and it's called et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They ain't got time for what you trying to feed them.
Yeah, but it ain't called Joe Biden winning the primary in 2020, right? Like, listen, I'ma believe shit when I see it. I'ma believe it when I see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not looking at things with rose petal glasses, and I'm not doing that. You know why? Because black poverty right now is real, and people had many opportunity to change it, and it hasn't changed. Yeah, I can hold out for hope. How long have we been hoping here?
Who's hoping? Though?
Seriously, we're talking about ifs in comparison to a system that has literally kept us where Wall Street is undefeated in America. And if Wall Street is winning, black folks are losing. So, I hope y'all are right. But right now, hey, you know what? I believe when I see it. That's it.
The number one thing,
I'm vote the right way every time personally, and I'm gonna help, and I'm gonna ask people to vote the right way every time personally. But I'm not rosy enough to be like, we got this because at any moment these motherfuckers would take liberation from us by stealing a vote.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it again. I ain't over here preaching no fucking rosy colored politics. I'm talking about facts, man. And all that other shit sounds good on the internet. I just got finished arguing with some dude named Richard trying to tell me that I was wrong for calling out Diddy for saying that he's gonna hold the black vote hostage if we don't get something for our vote. That shit discount all the motherfucking work that all the black organizers are doing. And he tells us my thinking is slave plantation. No, my shit is based in reality.
I didn't say that.
Marcus, I didn't say that. Name Richard. When did your name become Richard?
You just said all that shit I said was bullshit, and it's not.
Hey,
no,
Marcus,
he was talking about Richard.
I literally just said somebody.
Okay. No, at the beginning you were responding to what I said.
I said Richard.
Okay, go ahead, finish. It's all good.
Yeah, I said Richard.
It's all good.
What I'm telling people is, it is important that we don't discount all the work that people have been doing. If we're talking about radical politics, that shit has showed up in federal elections, bro. It has showed up in federal elections. And anybody not paying attention to the work of Ayanna Pressley, the work of AOC, Rashida Tlaib, all of these people are doing radical politics. And anybody arguing that point is ridiculous. And it's also dope that we're screaming that a moderate, Kamala Harris, we call her a moderate, but guess what else she is? A co-sponsor of the Green New Deal. That is fucking progress. That if we continue to discount the work that our wing of the party is doing, those left, then it might make it harder for them to do it. That is a fucking accomplishment that a moderate is a co-sponsor of the Green New Deal.
Hey, man, I'm giving props.
That is also a testament to the power of these young people and their motherfucking willingness not only to be activists, but also to be advocates, which are completely different, and people get mixed up. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. Donald Trump's son yesterday, y'all, said that the COVID numbers are almost nothing. And it also is important to mention 1,000 people died from COVID the day he said that, to add on to the already hundreds of thousands that have died. This is the disconnect between these motherfuckers and reality. Thousands of people die. This man stands on stage advocating for his daddy and also running his daddy's business, which is kind of strange to me, saying that America COVID problem isn't really a problem. It's almost nothing. And we're 4 days away from an election. This is the sentiment of the president. It's also indicative of Donald Trump's policy. Him firing people, him threatening to fire people for telling the truth about COVID, him stop reporting numbers about COVID, them trying to disconnect us, him still having super spreader events, him being the president of the United States. And the fact that 30% of this country still supports him is a testament to the strength of white supremacy and the legacy that controls the political space in this country. I hear that. What I'm also saying is, thank God for the decriminalizing, or I should say the decentralizing of information, where we see 5 or 6 companies controlling mainstream media, but then there's also spaces like this and other places where people get truth, and also they can find out for themselves that it's a bunch of fuckery going on. And I think that has, in 2018, 2017 even, and 2019, and then in the primary this year, spurred people to say, I believe what the fuck I'm seeing, and I got to get rid of this problem called Donald Trump.
1,000 people died the night before this clown got on television and said that. We almost there, man. We got what we got 4 days. What was it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I
So
think
5 days.
Ben,
But
I think it's the election. I think I'm tired.
I feel that shit. Like it's
I think I'm
just time
tired.
for it to be over.
Yeah, I'm ready to again. Mondale, you said something, and then I'm gonna move on. I gotta say this right here. I would never discount the work of my peers. And I say my peers because I've been in this space fighting for the same fight with my blood, sweat, and tears also. I'm not doing it as much this cycle, but I've been out there registering voters, fighting for change. I've done it, right? When you turn the other cheek and get slapped again 5 straight times, when you leave it all on the field and you don't see the victories, when your first cousin gets killed by a cop after a black person gets elected as president, that's where pessimism comes in. And I'm happy that things are changing, but maybe when I start seeing black men not getting shot and harassed by police, and I start seeing white progressives pushing policy to stop that. Maybe when I see that, I'll feel a little different about it. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like I'm just living and existing as a black man right now.
As am I, and I hear what you're saying, and I want to say this, like there are two things or multiple things can be true at once. I also think it's dangerous for us to imply that the federal level government is controlled or has control over local police forces. I think this is the confusion that people get with politics, and they begin to get disassociated with all politics. And I think that we're not better by saying, we're not better because we say something like you know, there was death by cop under a black president, because we do know that under the black president, the civil rights department and the civil rights wing of the Justice Department was beefed up to larger than it had ever been. And we know that that Justice Department, Eric Holder's Justice Department, was all over this country issuing consent decrees. And we know that. And we got to acknowledge that. We also got to acknowledge that this president did away with all of those consent decrees on all of these police forces. So it's important that we stay factual on what we're talking about, and also make sure people know that Marcus is absolutely right. And this is not capping for Obama. Marcus is absolutely right in that there was a vacuum of what we wanted from Barack Obama. But I think some of that was because some people got caught up too much in the symbolism of a black president and started associating that symbolism with a black man being president with black liberation, when in actuality, Barack Obama showed us he would turn his back on black liberation during the 2008 presidential election, when he turned his back on Jeremiah Wright, who was a black liberationist, who was a thinker of black people in what freedom could look like in this country. So Barack Obama, when he turned his back on the man he said was his father figure and also brought him to Christ, you already knew what he was going to do for regular Negroes. So, I mean, those of us that were discounted in this corporatist that is Barack Obama, who had black skin, I think we were just hoping for some shit that was beyond him anyway.
You know, all I see surrounding the hopeful of the next administration are just a lot of the same people. The signals, now follow what I'm saying, because you're right, Mondale. Getting those consent decrees back up is going to be amazing, right? The first conversations around police accountability from a presidential level, I do believe, is going to happen, right? I think Biden will do something about that, because it's absolutely ridiculous. But I also see a Biden administration that is sending signals for putting Republicans in office. Putting Republicans in the administration. I see a Biden administration that is surrounding itself by the same do-nothing Democrats that surrounded Obama. I mean, literally, Vice President Biden was Obama's vice president. That means that they have the same people. Now, am I saying that they are not going to receive pressure? This is where your statement comes in, and I believe you're completely right, Mondale. If there is enough pressure from outside organizations to make these people actually do something for us this time, then I'm going to be giddy. But historically, I'm just not crazy. I'm not gonna not believe my lying ass eyes. I'm gonna believe what they showed me in the past. And they've showed me jack shit, policy wise. So I'm just gonna leave it on that. We could probably move on. Ben, we got other stories.
Yeah, but I just been patient. I want to say
sorry
this,
about that.
and then no, it's all good. We'll move on after this. I don't for a second, and I hope that everyone going forward can take this perspective, because I think it's the right and the proper perspective. I don't for a second put any hope in the Biden administration or the office of the presidency. My hope is in all of the people who are out here doing the work in their various organizations. They are, the leadership is democratized. The leadership is diverse. I mean, you got representation from everywhere, and we're all fighting for the same thing, which is liberation in every form, including economic liberation, black liberation, you just across the board. That's my hope, because I don't see who Biden is putting on surrounding himself with, because they gonna play. I believe they're gonna do the same bullshit. They want to keep the world the way it was. They literally want to keep the world the way it was. But everybody else out in these streets, the way we connected now, the way we have the ability to organize now, the way we have the ability to raise money and primary folks now, it's just a level of pressure that I don't care how much they want to go back to normal. I don't care how much Joe Biden wants to negotiate with these Republican terrorists. He ain't going to be able to do it without paying a political price, because we got the capital to do it. And all we got to do is roll it out.
I think it's important to note that Joe Biden is not Barack Obama. True indeed, or there may be some similarities, but I promise you, Barack Obama's presidential pick wasn't screaming, trying to get a meeting with Plies to understand what's going on with black men in this country. Wasn't screaming, trying to get a meeting with Offset or even when people were saying, well, they can't pass vet. I know, like these conversations. I'm talking too much, but I'm just saying, and I also know Barack Obama's platform never said decriminalize marijuana. Motherfucker wouldn't decriminalize marijuana, and he definitely wasn't talking about expunging all those records. That shit exists. So I'm saying we are in a different space, and the people that are going to be responsible, or these people are going to be responsible to, move a different type of way. And there are definitely some common folk around them, meaning people that normally play politics, but there's a lot of motherfuckers that's going to be a part of that transition that ain't got nothing to do.
Is that my house?
Yeah.
I be hearing stuff. I'm like, who? And then I realize I'm the only one with kids, I think. I'm like, who kid is that? It got to be mine. Let's take a commercial break real quick.
Hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done, man.
No. So what I'm saying is there are people that are not normal political actors. Brothers who have been incarcerated. I'm talking a lot. Been incarcerated. Brothers who, you'll be surprised who's around there, bro, that was never invited to the table with Barack Obama. So I'm just saying 2020 is a different motherfucking space.
I actually love the fact that, I mean, be honest with you, Barack Obama shined in the black community, and his influence, while it's still really powerful amongst white moderates, it ain't what it was in the black community by long. So it's like, when a couple of days ago, I was like, we got to replace that energy, that we got to replace his position in the black community, and that shit's happening. It's happening because we moved on. We moved on quickly after Obama because we had to, because we saw we weren't getting what we needed through what he brought to this country. So moving on, let's do a quick commercial break. Find me on Twitter at Benjamin P. Dixon Marcus.
Marcus for America Twitter, Marcus for America Instagram, Marcus Farrell on Facebook, Old Man Politic on Twitch.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Monday.
Go vote.
Yes, we ain't got that many days left. It's time to get it done, Mondale.
If you're in Georgia, you got to do it today. Get out there. I'm super excited about being Mundell Robinson on Twitter and also Facebook, and on Instagram, I am Mundell. Please follow us at Black Male Voters Project. All right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I got a story. I don't know if I really want to do this because it's going to run our blood pressure up even more. Somebody sent to me on Twitter. It's got to do with the Louisville police officer sues Kenneth Walker, the boyfriend of Breonna Taylor, for emotional distress, assault, and battery.
Well, if that ain't some Karen shit right there,
that's like
That's some. That's some. That's some care. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're gonna stay on this story, but hey, guys, we're still cool. Don't worry about us, Trap Squad. We're cool. If y'all ain't able to understand that we're gonna yell at each other on this show,
Yeah.
I mean we're alpha men here. You don't watch this show and expect us to be apologetic, do you?
Hey, and listen. If I ain't shut this whole thing down and cancel the whole show the way they roasted my ass yesterday, I don't expect nobody on this show to be upset too long. We be able to get out of this. We've done this before. It's just what we do, and we love each other even more. Every time we argue like this, we grow stronger. So
that's right. I think we're good. I think we're good. No, that story is just what's the name for the male Karen? Kyle? Is it Kyle?
I like Kyle. I think it's Ken, but I like
it's
Kyle.
Ken or Kyle?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna call him Karen because that's anyway. That's Karen, and I mean, but it's America, right? Let's turn the victim into the aggressor, and there's nothing that I mean. Listen, they criminalized Breonna Taylor. They lied. The black AG lied basically to not get charges or left things off the table to not get charges pushed. They went into the history of a black man that Breonna Taylor dated that had absolutely nothing to do with the case to muddy the water more. They created lies about her boyfriend that, I mean, if you are American and the white folks who love and all the racists who love the Second Amendment aren't up in arms over this same brother who literally, like, the cops raided my house. It's a no-knock warrant, and I shot them. What you're supposed to do with a gun, and now they're suing him. Now understand something. You go through all those steps to traumatize a black man who just lost his, and we tend to forget something. He also lost his girlfriend. Nobody ever brings that part up.
Talking about pain and suffering. Wait, emotional distress. And you killed his girlfriend.
You killed my girlfriend.
It's part for the course, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever did this. Like one time I was pushing back on the officer. We were he touched me, I touched him. And I'm trying to tell him, like, if you touch me, I'm gonna touch you. So we ended up getting into a tussle, and so of course I got the arrest that comes along with that shit at a protest. It always happens. But one of the charges they gave me was destruction of government property or something, like, because I got, like, his blood was on his shirt or some shit, and and I'm laughing to myself, like, so that is indicative of what they do. That this is also a problem and why cops need to be charged for dumb shit. Like the idea that this is real. I know it's anybody's right to sue for anything, but I'm telling y'all, we really need to be dealing with this shit about how cops are treated. And it also brings me to well, I don't want to go back there, but go ahead.
No, go.
But Mundell, you bloodied up a police officer at a rally?
Of course he did.
That was a situation.
I just every now and then I gotta remember that Mundell is wild. There was a register to me that Mundell is really as wild as he pretends, as he acts that he is on this show. Like,
I've been arrested like 70 some time, bro.
You've been arrested 70 some odd times? Bro, I ain't going to hang out with your ass nowhere, bro. I got to keep my attorney on standby rolling with you 70 times. But that's the plight of a black person in this country anyway. I want to read a couple.
What was it mostly protest based, Mondell?
He got no comment.
Thank you for throwing me that
was coming.
Hey, listen, no, I'm gonna say something. I've been arrested, and it was because I was black. I've been arrested quite a few times, and it's because pretty much every time I got arrested was because I was black. I was a black person at a party, and they kicked out everybody, and the only person they managed to arrest was the black guy there, right? Like, it's kind of normalized. You got to understand, like, we're not just talking that shit. Like, racism really happens. It's a real thing.
I've been arrested a total of 0 times, but I have been accosted by the police far too many times, and they wanted, the last time they did it in front of my family, and that was one time I was getting ready to go to jail, but the Lord intervened, and I didn't have to go to jail that day. But K Love says Mondale is savage. 70 times, bro.
I mean,
Coleman said a bloody situation.
Yeah.
Fist up for Mondale.
Y'all pray for me. Look,
pray for your ass.
So Biden committed in his first 100 days, he's going to do two things for some of the most vulnerable people in this country. Did y'all see that? Guaranteed.
No, what did he say?
The Biden administration, the first 100 days, two things are going to happen. For black people, there's going to be policies about institutional racism and how to address it, including a federal police oversight board. And then the second thing was an Equality Act for LGBTQI folk.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Right.
Those were commitments made. We got to remember that. Obama get credit for doing shit that some of it he ain't responsible for. It was Biden's loose lips that made Obama come out and support gay marriage. Obama was quiet as shit on gay marriage. Till Biden said something, and then Obama had to act.
I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that that's exactly how
everything
started to shift. I wonder if Biden did that shit on purpose.
Probably. I think this guy has been playing politics for 40-some years. Like he knows. I could just.
He's like, watch me run this young black man. Let me help him out real quick. And he said some dumb. He said some.
Man, I hope this
gaff.
I hope this guy is the guy y'all making him out to be. I worked for him before, so you know what I mean. I hope.
I'm being honest. Only thing I need him to be.
This guy's who y'all say to be. That's just all I gotta say.
Only thing I need him to be. I'm gonna be honest. Only thing I need him to be is one term and not a fascist. That's really all I need for him to be right here.
Everything that happened, everything's gonna happen. It's gonna happen around him, and he'll get credit because he's the president.
Right.
The progressive legislation. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it has to come. I mean, the people that are headed to Washington D.C. Oh my God, the people that are headed to Washington D.C. They're in trouble, and Lord have mercy. For their sake, they better hope. For their sake, and I ain't just talking about.
Let me ask you a question then, Mondale and Marcus. To what extent should we put pressure on getting Nancy Pelosi out of the speaker seat, or is that not a necessary fight for 2020?
I mean, it is impossible to do, like challenging her inside those chambers. But it ain't. I mean, like the thing was, have a candidate that wasn't too big-headed that he couldn't listen. So the guy challenging her, had he listened to political thought early on, last year, we could be having a different conversation about how she could have been challenged in the primary in a way that really could have won. But
Marcus?
That's all.
Full disclosure, I was interviewed for his campaign manager position. Shahid Buttar, so I don't want it. I didn't take it, but I don't want to, come off one side or another side. But Pelosi got to go, man. I don't care how, and it's not going to happen because she controls a lot of pockets. She controls purse strings when it comes down to people's campaigns, right? The DCCC. The campaign arm of the Congress, of the Democratic Congress folks, she tells them where to go. Like at the end of the day, she tells them where to go. At the end of the day, she tells them what to do. And people, even some of our progressive friends, owe Nancy Pelosi. Y'all got to understand that. Like, there's a lot of progressives that are in Congress right now that, they want to get legislation brought to the table, and they're not going to be able to do it without Nancy's blessing. So until she gets out, she has a more solid position in DC than anybody else, including Schumer, I think.
She's like second in line to the succession of the president of the United States. That's not play. That's not a small position. But what I'm saying is, I didn't say full disclosure, but I was talking about the advice that I offered Shaq when he flew to DC to meet with me, and I told him about their strategy. But he had this idea that, and a lot of people do that, They have influence in some industry, and they think it automatically translates to politics. And it came with a lot of ego, and it didn't make sense to me. And I'm telling them, yo, that's not political. It might work in the music industry. It's not how you're going to defeat the third most powerful politician, probably the second, because she's more powerful than Mike Pence. Mike Pence. So, him just saying what he said, I'm just like, y'all, you ain't listening to what the facts are, brother. Like, you came to me that didn't even understand win number, van, and I get a lot of politicians don't understand what a win number is and van number, but I'm telling them like, oh, I got these influential people, and I'm just thinking to myself, those blue checks mean something in selling songs, but selling songs ain't how you sell politicians. And I really want people to understand that. Like, there's really science to this, and they don't teach it on MSNBC. A lot of people that are pundits on MSNBC have never worked on a campaign, and two, they've never ran campaigns, and if they did, it was 40, 50 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 20 years ago, and there's so much technology as it pertains to how you win elections that have left them behind, and they're clueless out it. And some of them are just professors at schools that are political theorists, and political theory in school ain't political strategy in the field. So, and I think
let me ask a follow-up question. Let me ask a follow-up question. That being the case, because the only reason I asked that is because you said of all the progressive legislation that's going to come up with all these new people, and then obviously my first thought was, well, if you got Nancy Pelosi in there as a bottleneck, that's going to crush it. So if Nancy Pelosi is still there as Speaker of the House, how we get it done?
Votes. I mean, like, as long as there's votes, like, so that you can advocate around Nancy Pelosi. If majority, what she don't want to start putting forth are coalitions that without her people, meaning the members that support her don't want to be seen as the reason shit ain't coming out of the House. So Nancy Pelosi for unity will do shit. You understand what I'm saying? When there's pressure from the progressive caucus and they're saying this is what we're gonna do, when the Medicaid for All caucus said we're gonna do this, and you're gonna sign on, your wing of the party is gonna sign on, or we're gonna go find allies in the other party. She don't want to see that shit. That's a danger to her legitimacy. So and then you'll start seeing shit that happens in British politics more than ours, where we can't do a vote of confidence, but it'll be something similar to it when people are like, fuck it, we'll just organize around her.
Do we have a progressive count? Do we have a count of progressive Congress people at this point? How big is the progressive caucus?
It's big. It's never been, and it's growing now.
Yeah, I just want to count though, like the numbers, like in comparison to if Trap Squad, if y'all can find it, that'll help out. The number of Democratic Congress people.
95.
Huh?
95.
95.
That's huge.
That is big.
That's a big caucus.
Yeah. Yeah.
A big caucus.
And is that updated for the incoming, or that's just not?
Nope.
So that's not even updated for the Cory Bushes. Yeah. Huh.
There's some, and look, those are the ones that won in the primary, like Jamal Bowman, Cory Bush. People don't even understand. There's some more coming. There's some more radicals coming by way of Florida. There's some progressives that are going to win in Florida, in Carolina, in Georgia. There's some people going to the House that are going to join some of these caucuses that we're not even considering because they've not yet. They didn't have a, if you win the primary, then you're automatically in the seat type of race. They got to defeat a Republican.
Okay.
Those people are coming.
I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be love, man. Which one of y'all on this show gonna run again or run for the first time?
That ain't my role.
That ain't your role.
If you watch ClickBaity Political Thirsttrap on Patreon, you'll see that all of these gentlemen have already committed to running for office.
Did we? We did do that, didn't we?
So if you want to see where Mondale Robinson and Benjamin Dixon said that they were going to run for office, and we made a blood oath pact, that's on Patreon. That video is currently on Patreon right now.
I forgot about that.
I'm just gonna go back home and run for
mayor.
Mayor.
Nah, man. Nah. Bruh, do you imagine all three of us going in? Are we in different districts? I mean,
no, you and I are in the same district.
No. We're all in the district of the United States. What are you talking about, Ben? Are you?
Nah, man. I'm like, hey, well, the reason is I'm gonna start coming off of that, because if my congressman here ain't gonna push to expand the courts, then I'm at the primary him myself. So everybody gonna know where I live for real in a minute anyway. So
I'm after I get finished completing phase 2 of my current project that you gentlemen know about, I'm probably gonna do it again. Just don't know where.
That's what's up. That's what's
Gotta
up.
get the bag first, though. Gotta get the bag.
Oh, look at this. Oh, they're so creative. Ben's running for chipmunk catcher. Oh,
Who said that? Come on now.
you got it. Yeah. This is Cheyenne Smith said Ben is running for chipmunk catcher. Oh,
But we do respect all
That's
levels
adorable.
of office. We know everybody has a role, and a progressive chipmunk catcher is a progressive that I can support.
see, that was better to live. That was good. That one was better. That's the way you set it up. Mundell, I don't know if you should run for mayor though, man. We need you in Congress, bro.
Man,
Somebody said Mundell for mayor.
I would be sniped. I would be sniped.
Sniped, like legit sniped, or
Legit.
I
Especially,
mean, but that's what we need though. I mean,
Man,
we need people that level of a threat.
We need people to just run for Congress.
Yeah.
How about people who watch this show and agree with our policies? Y'all run for Congress. Everybody run for Congress. Because one thing that I'm sick and tired of is the elitism of politicians, right? I'm
so glad you said that, man. Say that.
Yeah, the elite. I want normal people to just run, and brothers like myself, Mondale, Ben, we could teach you how to run for office and how to have enough money to actually, run a good campaign that will win on the issues. We could do that. I'm tired of elitism.
I did. Listen, there's a such thing as candidate school, y'all.
Yeah.
Free a Black Male Voters Project if you're Black and progressive.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Speaking of elitism, John Ossoff.
Yeah, that was just about to say.
Oh,
Go ahead.
First off,
Ossoff
Ossoff bodied that dude yesterday, but yeah, he bodied the guy. Like, call the police, call 911. Senator Perdue is missing. Secondly, Senator Perdue is missing. He literally, after the debate was over, he literally canceled the rest of the debate.
Right, dude got bodied so bad. He said, "I'm not even doing a third debate with this dude."
Yeah. So that's the first thing. But second thing, I want to just talk about the elitism of these candidates and these elected officials. Man, if you walk past me and I live in a district and you represent me and you don't speak to me and you don't talk to me and you don't act like you my homeboy or homegirl, then I literally will make it my effort to ether your ass. And the problem is, these candidates spend so much time. Some of these people spend so much time with millionaires and billionaires and kissing their ass and trying to get another check that the only way that they will literally look at you and speak to you is if you have big time money or have some sort of influence or even have a blue check by your name.
Yep.
I need normal people to run for office. Normal human beings need to be running for office. Don't worry about your criminal background. If you smoke weed and you got arrested for doing coke, I'll vote for you faster.
If you make it rain in Magic City, then we vote for you.
If you make it rain in Magic City, I'm gonna work on your campaign.
We just need some. I'm curious. Joy 31608. Joy 31608 on YouTube said, "I'm 95% progressive. I'm curious what that other 5% is." Go ahead, Mundell.
How did it happen?
What happened?
How you 95%? What are you not progressive about? I really want to know this. Like 90.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I'm really curious. Rianne Desud said she could buy a plate at a $100,000 fundraiser. Well, come on and send us your information because we need them. We need real progressive people with money.
Why would you?
Yeah, no, you don't do it. But stun on them all. That's fine with us. Daniel Hilton said, Ossoff snubbed me in 2017 and I still hold it against him. LOL, I'm voting for him. Ossoff is interesting. but I met the dude. I met the dude and he's
29 have been accused of spousal abuse, 7 have been arrested for fraud, 19 have been accused of bad checks, 117 have bankrupted at least 2 businesses, 3 have been arrested for assault. This is the makeup Congress folk.
Damn.
Oh, and one of them grabbed women by the pee.
That's the president.
He's the president.
Hey, speaking of that, hold on. Speaking of that, because that's somebody's trauma, let's stay there for a second if y'all don't mind. Time for that dark moment from Mundell. it's good, but it's also dark. It's good that our tax dollars will not be used to defend Donald Trump. Did y'all see that? The federal judge said you cannot use the Department of Justice to defend you in your rape case. So Donald Trump will have to defend the rape on his own dime and not ours, which also means somewhere there's a lawyer that's dumb enough to attach their name to Donald Trump and know they ain't gonna get paid because all the lawyers.
I love it. Mandel, but are you sure you want to call your segment the dark moment though?
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely do for all the right reasons.
All right.
Hey,
go with
that
it.
little black squirrel with the gun. Yeah, pro bono. He's gonna have to work for Trump pro bono.
That ain't even pro bono. That's strong arm. When a motherfucker say they're gonna pay you and then not pay you, and you got to be a strill savage to not pay a lawyer. Like that is the epitome of getting your ass sued. Like you ain't gonna pay a lawyer. Like,
what just came out? Didn't we find out that Trump owes like 150 million, 250 million?
He owes so many people money, like lawyers, unpaid people, unpaid staffers,
to foreign countries.
Wait,
he owes money to foreign countries. Like it just came out recently. This guy owes money. This guy owes money to foreign countries. So I just want y'all to understand that our policies have been dictated by a guy who has personal financial pressure from foreign countries.
Rianne corrected me. She said, no, Ben, she wasn't. I was saying that's the only way you can get access to the elite, by being able to buy a plate at $100,000 fundraiser. Not her. Who child no. I'm saying, hey, man.
I was about to say. Here's what I was.
Is that Rain? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Rain. It's Rain. It's not Rianne. It's Rain, right? Rain.
I can't read no names,
So listen,
man.
Rianne, Rain, whatever the correct pronunciation is of your name. I was about to say, if you could buy $100,000 plate at a dinner, you gotta up your super chat. Goddamn it.
Oh man. Speaking of, it's the end of the month. I guess I'm gonna have to send that paperwork over to y'all so y'all can see how much y'all made.
Hey, America, let me tell y'all something. I gotta tell y'all something.
Oh man.
I need spreadsheets, not just from Ben. Ben's been getting the heat, but I just realized because of the conversation I had with Marcus earlier, I need the spreadsheets from him too.
Hey, Ben holding out. I'm holding out. We all holding out. You can have the Facebook money.
Here we go.
Mandel, you the only one without one of the purse strings, bro.
Listen, both of y'all are under audit. I'll see the streets after the under audit.
Marcus control the Patreon. Ain't none of us seen none of that money. Marcus been.
No. Hey, listen, first off, that's a lie. When I said, hey man, I owe y'all X, Y, and Z, both of y'all niggas said we don't want that little money. Okay.
Nobody ain't said that.
Yes, you did. You damn sure did say that. Yes, you did. Yes, we don't want you.
Because I said it too. We both.
So fuck it. Guess what?
Wait, hold on. That's bad picture right there.
You ain't getting none of that stank ass money.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh man, there you go.
Shit.
I'm about to put ClickBaity clothes on my website.
There you go, bro. No, for real. Yeah. Dude, you need to do that for real, man. Because that represents the trifecta. We got YouTube income, we got Patreon income, and all we need is merchandise. Man, you know how many people will put on a chipmunk shirt now at this point? Come on, man. Let's put up some chipmunks on some shirts. We good. What you got? What you doing over there?
I'm putting out the call for that goddamn website to go up. What you mean? Yeah, we got codes over here.
I thought you were having a side-down conversation with the.
Hey, on the real, I did order you guys some t-shirts already.
Joy answered my question a long time ago. Let me scroll back. Joy answered my question a long time ago. I know these chat rooms be going so fast. Y'all be keeping it alive. Go ahead, Marcus. You were saying?
No, I already ordered y'all some shirts. I'm waiting for them to come in.
Oh, okay. That's what.
Ben America said he said Ossoff is what happens when you have 2 cycles and millions of dollars to practice. Ain't that the truth? He said it in a very clean way, and I appreciate it. But what he really saying is Ossoff is the result of white supremacy.
Yeah. Joy said this is what she's not progressive about, which is certain extremely popular issues that are, in her opinion, none of her business.
Okay, leave her alone.
I think that's.
That's fair.
I think making it none of your business actually does put you in the category as a progressive.
That's a progressive.
Right? Like, cause if so long as you don't try to cast your force people to live according to what you believe, I think you fall into the progressive caucus.
That is absolutely progressive. None of my business is progressive.
That is the exactly.
Conservatives are the opposite.
That is the most progressive thing you could do.
Absolutely.
I just saw a super chat from Jay Bond that said Black Republican members told me to vote for Trump because he's a Christian, so they want me to protect their Christianity but not their own race. Let me tell you something about Trump supporters. They ain't Christian.
Trump don't even know which way to hold the Bible.
Yeah, let me clearly say this.
Video, man.
I was about to look for it.
Hey. If you had holy water and said, let the power of Christ compel you to a Trump supporter, they would melt. Hey, listen, that's straight up antichrist stuff going on over there because it's devil worship, because Trump's the devil.
Facts.
I mean, think about it. Listen, I don't know. I got, behold, a pale white horse behind me in my collection, so maybe I'm going to a little hotel. But hey, you want to find out who the Antichrist is? Look at all the signs, and we got a chance.
The mark of the beast.
The mark of the beast.
The MAGA ain't
and we
making
got
on their foreheads.
Well, they say it said the Antichrist would be supported by the masses. Ain't that what it said?
That's right. Come on now, Mondale. Listen, so if
the whole second half of their book was declassified documents, which scared the hell out of me. That's the one book I've ever thrown away because I was like, somebody's watching me read this book. I don't need this book in my house.
What book was that?
Behold the Pale White Horse.
Okay.
Behind him. That shit will freak you out.
It does. That's
Donald Trump and the Bible.
hey, hold on. So if you want to become part of God's army, if you want to be a part of God's army, then you know what you need to do. You need to give us some money.
Patreon.com/
Not YouTube.
No, keep the hey.
Not Facebook.
Keep send in all your. See, it's so much easier. It's not a permanent commitment. When you this is an offering. When you give your super chat, it's an offering. But when you go over to Patreon, it's a full-time, lifetime commitment. So keep giving your money via super chat.
Yeah.
Wait,
then go ahead. Then I mean, honestly, the best way you get the Antichrist out is go vote. That's all I was saying. I really think that there is, like Mondale, you mentioned yesterday, there is some sort of God has a plan for Trump. Mm-hmm. Didn't you say that?
I did.
Didn't you say that?
Absolutely.
What do you think his plan? What'd you say his plan was again?
Persecution. Mm. Remember what God was talking to one of the disciples, two of them. He said, you will, in the day of my death, you will discount me, discredit me 3 times, right? So people don't know that, Peter and Paul died violent deaths. This is like, I'm talking about real violent deaths. And it's because of their, like, this is a fact that there's just because you are saved does not mean there's not consequences. There's consequences for Donald Trump holding that Bible upside down and lying and playing with Christ and the mission of to save and free people. So this is not anti-science. This is I'm telling you, motherfucking rapture is coming, and November 3rd is the beginning. The beginning of
the end.
Yeah,
hey guys, I'm gonna make because I think we're running short on time, but I want to make an oath to y'all that I promise you I'm gonna try my hardest to be a lot more positive. I'm sorry that I'm so goddamn gloom and doom, man. I got that shit from you, Ben.
I've been thinking. I'm saying I wonder how much this dude listened to the podcast for real, and then actually like take because it's for me on my podcast. Like I'm an open book in terms of my shifting positions and my shifting back from anger to hopefulness, and I'm like, damn, Marcus just been latching on to all the angry shit I've been saying over the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, man. I mean, not just you, but I mean, like, then I go outside. That's the problem. Then I go outside. Then I go walk around my neighborhood. I live in a gentrifying black neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Where black men get arrested right down the street for smoking weed, and white girls are in the park in the same neighborhood, laying down on a blanket, smoking weed, and not getting harassed.
Sugar Booger says
that I live in.
She said Sugar Booger says she's all gloom and doom with you, Marcus.
Good.
So you ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself.
The Doom Squad.
We got 3 different names.
Sound like a Mel Gibson movie to me.
Doom Squad.
Doom Squad.
Oh, the Doom Squad sounds like a first. You're trolling real hard right now, Mondale, and this is unnecessary. All right, ain't nobody.
That was too far.
That was too far, bro.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Somebody said Ben needs a nap. Well, yeah, I don't get to sleep because they done got me committed to this 8 o'clock of the morning shit every single morning.
This show starts 8:15ish, 8:30ish.
8:15, 8:30. Yeah.
We start texting around 8 o'clock. Niggas be like,
Hey, you know what I need, Marcus?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
actually,
yeah, you can't do that on no. Yes, yes.
Yes. You got pins though?
No.
That's gonna be one.
Yeah,
what's up?
Erica Albury said she wants a black squirrel T-shirt
with the gun in the hoodie. I mean, in the do-rag.
We'll get her that.
Hey,
James Nickerson.
Ben, would you tell everybody what they need to do for our show real quick?
They need to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, do that stuff.
Everywhere, across platforms.
Across all platforms. Go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Well, actually, we're not on Twitch right now, but we can be. And click that like button, click that share button, click the subscribe button, especially on YouTube and Twitter. James Nickerson said, "Thank y'all for making my morning great each day."
How many people are watching us right now? You know.
Can I say something real quick? So I go ahead, Ben. While you get those numbers, I want to just say, Shan Williams, who I swear is Marcus' alter ego, she is always capping for Marcus. But she just said she told Ben to tell TYT to get you a sponsor for that strong coffee, that too strong coffee.
Nah, I don't need coffee. I just need.
We don't need sponsors from sponsor help from other organizations. And I like.
No, we'll take them.
No, listen, I like Ben's time on TYT, but let that be that. We
What, you don't rock with TYT, man?
Sponsors ourselves. We not right now. No.
Okay.
Ain't nobody saying that. Oh yeah, I built that. No, you didn't. This shit came. We got it out the mud.
I mean, but nobody. I mean,
I ain't talking about we did it on our own by no bootstrap shit. I'm just saying, you will not say I.
No, I agree. No, we did do this on our own by bootstraps. Hell, I did my own show by my bootstraps.
Oh shit! With the Republican talking points. Wait.
I'm just scrolling back up. So apparently, did I miss some shade because I wasn't paying no attention?
No,
Tony Higgins said they got you, Ben.
Yeah,
was the Mel Gibson? What did I miss? Did I miss a good?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, it might be in Trap Squad.
NJ
don't give two shits. What I realized.
NC on Facebook said, "Good morning, fellas. She in this bitch."
Hey, NC, what's happening?
She's on
her
Facebook.
Earlier.
Yo, so YouTube, if you don't know NC, go to Facebook and follow NC and what?
Every network TV channel, this is from Corey on YouTube, said every network TV channel has a round table of Karens giving their opinions. This show is a big breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Who said that?
Corey Foster on YouTube.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Oh, sis, we appreciate it.
K Love said, "Can she sponsor us with her products?"
Yes.
What are your products?
Yes.
We didn't know what she said. We didn't know what the hell she said first.
She could
be
say
selling
whatever
voodoo dolls, bro.
No. Hear me, sis, and I'll make sure that happens. We'll get you on the commercial break. Hear me.
Damn right.
Marcus, what they saying on Twitter?
Oh man, I haven't even been keeping up with Twitter, bro. I've been talking to y'all this morning. I'm sorry, Twitter.
Well, I mean, I got everybody on the screen though. We really haven't had much from Twitter today. It's mainly Facebook and YouTube. Did we share on Twitter?
Deuce, who's usually clowning me, just said, "I'm selling acorns."
He's too far with the chipmunk.
Hey, pellets.
Shit go.
Yeah, y'all asses were y'all crying yesterday when I said, "Huh?"
People like, all right, motherfucker.
No, it's all good, bro. Like, cause as long as they buying the t-shirts, put the goddamn chipmunk acorns on that bitch.
Get none of the money from the t-shirts. That's me. That's my income.
Hey, then you just won't find out how much y'all made on YouTube. I'm keeping those spreadsheets to myself. Y'all might have had a really good month. It could have been a banner month.
Hey, what's our ratchet news for today, y'all? What do we got?
Ratchet news for today. Oh, I did see something. What was it?
They said the Chip Squad is taking over the Trap Squad. Why to bother about? Yeah, I got to put complete sentences in here though, because y'all be making me look like I can't read, and y'all don't be typing right.
Did y'all see? Did y'all hear that? What Dr. Fauci said about mid-January?
About what's happening in mid-January?
The daily death rate at the rate we're going, the daily death rate for COVID is gonna triple.
Nah, man, come on. Man.
Yeah. I saw that, Mondale.
Said that. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I don't even at this point. I mean, I'm in a couple groups with people that I grew up with that are still, they bought into this idea that this ain't nothing but a regular flu. They're attaching deaths that are not really COVID related to COVID, and I'm like, man, at what point do you stop looking and listening to Fox and Donald Trump and his campaign and his kids about what's really happening with this sickness? Like, COVID is unchecked right now. COVID is we're on task to lose one in every 500 black people alive. Bro, 1 in 500. That shit makes me want to pack up my bags and run to
another country.
Yeah, we know black people who have died from COVID. I'm gonna lighten this up a little bit. Can I lighten this one up? I'm gonna try to, because damn, we can't leave this show on the doom and gloom again. Let me just say this right here. I heard that there's scientific evidence that says marijuana helps stop the spread of COVID, or it does something to COVID. I heard that. And if that's true, could somebody find that article that actually says that? Because if that is a real thing, then ain't God good?
All the time.
Ain't God good? No, seriously, ain't God good? Like, you thought it, they thought it was the devil's medicine. It's actually,
The Old Testament says, you understand what he said. The Old Testament said, give strong drink to the and the weak so that they may forget their problems and plight, right? That's what the Bible said. It only said the kings and princes shouldn't drink because they may pervert their power over the people. But it said to the masses, they should be drunk so they can feel their pain. Let's translate it to weed. The Bible is
This is organic. Is this all organic stuff? Soul Gardener. Soul Gardener. This is okay.
So real quick. Hey, wait. First, pause. Where our money at? Hold on.
I had to check out. I had to see what she was selling first.
Where's my super chat? Well, that's
yeah. Now that we do it in advance. Now you owe us.
Tell somebody about the business. Where is she? Where is she at? Where can I get this stuff? Is it online?
This is Soul Gardener 74, and she is in our chat. She's K Love. She said it's all organic. She doesn't use chemicals.
Yeah.
Let me put it back on the screen real quick. I'm digging the flowers. I'm gonna put some flowers in my yard.
Right there. Go ahead.
That's look, beautiful.
Eric Copen talking about 1 in 500 is 0.2%. 1 in 500 is 1 in 500. The fuck you talking about? Like, why are we playing games? Why are we trying to make this not a serious situation? Nothing in this world right now is killing 1 in 500 black people, other than life and COVID. Stop acting like that's a small thing. That is ridiculous. That is, why are we playing with how serious this virus is and how unchecked it is because of this administration's lack of actions? Go ahead with someone with that, Derek. You're playing games.
Hey, by the way, the next time we see you on Monday morning, we would have gone by Halloween. And from ClickBaity family to yours, we want to wish you a happy Devil's Day.
We don't want to celebrate that shit around here.
Devil's Day.
Actually, I do.
Actually, I want everybody to have fun. And if somebody could dress up like a squirrel,
oh man, that'd be dope.
Doing the most.
That'd be dope. Make sure you put a hat on it.
I gotta say one thing. Dressing up like that black squirrel with a do-rag and a gun
get you shot.
It is fucking black.
No, it ain't.
It ain't blackface, but it might get you shot in these streets.
No, it's not, Trap Squad. If y'all want to dress up like Gangsta Mondale Squirrel, you can. It's fine. Hey, listen, I want it to be black as hell too. I want that squirrel to be black with a gun and a blue do-rag on and a Marine Corps shirt.
There you go. And make sure you put on a hat. Make sure you put on a hat to be the top one. And they got actually, it's a pretty dope. I can see you wearing that hat, Marcus.
Derek is playing games. Derek asked this question about so how many died from domestic violence and suicide? A lot less than it died from COVID.
Yeah,
58
facts.
people, I think, in 20, like the last time I checked, 58 people or something. 57,000 worldwide died from.
Where's this person that you're seeing? Are they on Facebook?
They're on Facebook, man. Like at this point, like too many people have lost loved ones to COVID for you to sit here and try to minimize how serious this disease is. Let's not do that, brother. Like I hear where you're trying to go and try to say that there's things to worry about, and telling people to be afraid and nervous about COVID is not saying that we don't care about the other things that are killing us. We talk about police brutality and all other things a lot. Politics is killing black people too. But what I'm saying is COVID is a serious threat. And you are minimizing it, and that way of thinking is dangerous because it's showing how nonchalant you taking these facts about how many people are dying from this disease. And that is a direct result from this dumbass president who is not putting full faith and effort behind the ways to address this shit. Stop with that, bro.
I drive around Atlanta. When I drive and I see a homeless person or a person sitting on the side of the road, I give them a mask. And to be honest with you, like, they're grateful for it also, right? This shit is real, man. COVID is real, and this ain't nothing to be messed around with. And that's why, you know, again, I laughed at the Trump people last week that showed up to the little rally and got left.
And the ice.
They're not real. Oh, by the way, shout out Joseph. Shout out to you, Joseph. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say happy birthday to Joseph.
Joseph.
It's Shan's. I got it on the screen. Shan's people's. His 67th birthday. So shout out to you, my dude.
Okay, well, shout out to one of my business partners, Ralph. One of my business ventures, Ralph Cruz.
Is it his birthday as well?
Actually, his birthday.
Okay.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, brother.
That's love.
Marcus,
All right, fellas. We got 5 minutes left before we hit the hour, the 2-hour mark, and.
What you about to say to me, Mondale?
I said you met Ralph before.
Okay.
He said, "Yeah, okay, cool, that works."
No, I wasn't trying to be. Happy birthday, Ralph.
Explosive moment, so you might not remember, asshole. We were in the apartment filming your podcast.
Oh yeah, what's up, dude? Happy birthday.
Okay.
That changed everything right there.
Yeah. That was my first attempt at a podcast, and then we got cut straight out by somebody. Woo!
Somebody we all know and coming.
Yeah. I love that person, but we got straight smacked. Which is fine.
Yeah, no. I'll say it off air because yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Somebody said, "What's the name of my podcast again?" It's the Benjamin Dixon Show. I'm not creative with names. I might change it to the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's really the name of this. CBD Chip Squad. CBD is.
Thank you, Marcus.
Chip
Insay
Squad
said,
CBD.
you remember Ralph?
Yeah. No, I do.
Oh, Insay is in the room. Okay.
Yeah, no, Insay is in the house. Powerful, powerhouse black woman. I can say has a lot to do with
a blue check individual.
She blue check. She blue check.
In my life.
Call Insay a blue check.
In my life, she's
Damn, Insay. Don't let him slide. Don't let him slide. First off, Insay got the meanest shoe game on earth.
Yes, I have to concur.
On earth.
I don't think I've ever seen her.
I got Jordans. She got like, you can't count. I ain't gonna count that woman pockets online. I ain't gonna count that woman pockets. But all I'm gonna say is the first time I saw Off-Whites in real life, like a real human being had them on, I was like, oh.
What's Off-Whites?
I've never seen her without something dope on her feet.
There's a little stylish brand of urban clothing. They do crossovers with Nike, and the shoes ended up costing $2,000, $3,000.
Yeah, well, you just put the numbers out on the.
Oh no.
$5,000. I tried not. You asked what Off-White was,
but you can't talk about them without. Yeah, I feel you.
Could I actually put out something to the Trap Squad? Could y'all maybe give us some ideas, man? Y'all can inbox us on Facebook.
Hey, dude, hold on. Can y'all stop getting in my inbox about being nice to Marcus? Marcus is a whole 6'7" grown ass man, and just chairs and he play victim. Don't not today. Y'all give me 4 days off of making up for Marcus and worrying about his emotional state. Y'all stop.
Thank you, team.
Damn, Trap. Yo,
Thank you,
I feel
Trap
like-
Squad. Trap Squad really got my back, and I love y'all. I love y'all, man. Hey, give us some t-shirt designs though. And also, I'm putting out an RFP right now. I'm putting out an RFP to the Trap Squad because after the election day, we got to change our song. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We got to change our intro and outro song. Sometimes you hear us play it, sometimes we don't because Ben's stuff is doing whatever it does over there. But we need a new intro and outro song, and it got to be original. So if y'all want to start, I don't know if y'all got Pro Tools or you know what I mean, Loud Pack, whatever y'all record y'all music on.
They want to know why we're on, why we're not on Twitch and why we are on Facebook, because Facebook, where we got the audience.
Facebook is where ClickBaity began.
Yeah.
And also, it's important that we're on Facebook because there are a certain demographic of black men that are on Facebook, that are not on Twitter, that are not on Twitch. So, and we have to reach them. So that's why we're there. And we're on YouTube, especially because black men use YouTube like the rest of the world use Google. This is called data and understanding who you are.
Black men sure do be using YouTube like Google, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find a lot of good stuff on YouTube too. Yeah. So they said Facebook is the devil.
Like I'm having like when I'm having political debates with people, they sending me, I'm showing them like historical voting records, and they're showing me YouTube videos, and I'm like, you know that ain't the same, right? Like that's a.
Oh, hey Mondale, guess what? I got access to it. I got access to a national voter file. I know that's nothing for you. But I'm just saying I have it. I have it. So now I'm going to start doing a little researching myself.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask y'all what kind of y'all got to have some serious email list over there. The work y'all been doing all these years.
I mean, the email list is for like the donor, like for raising money. The voter file that he's talking about is to learn like voting habits and patterns of people. So
yeah. No. It made me remember that I've been meaning to ask y'all for some time. What kind of email?
Yeah. So, by the way, since we got to go, I don't know if we want to have the conversation publicly or not, but we got to do something on election night. So we got to discuss.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we'll do that offline. But election night is coming, folks.
I mean, at a minimum, I know we're gonna have a Zoom party with a DJ in there. We know that's the minimum.
Virtual party.
Yes, a Zoom virtual party. Well, I mean, when I say Zoom, that automatically implies virtual.
Hey, I'm offended, the portal. That's offensive.
What he saying? Hang on, let me find it.
That's offensive. Hey, I got pants on.
What they say, Marcus?
He said, "Oh, don't make Marcus stand up because he in his boxes and you know that nigga got ashy knees. With light skin and ashy knees, you can do better." That's offensive. Hey, there was no reason for that.
That shit just came out the blue.
Like what the fuck did I do to you, bro?
Marcus. See,
God damn.
Whoever that is, whoever did that to Marcus, I'm promising you, his loyal fans will be in your inbox today. On behalf of aloe vera and
okay.
Somebody said, Marcus, show them what you're working with. Shan about to get you an only fan page.
Shan about to get him roped off.
Shan about to get him jacked up.
Yeah, that's all right, Shan. I don't think I'm doing that right now.
Not today, at least.
Not today. You need a whole lot of alcohol for that kind of stuff to happen. You know what I mean?
Show who's got the last word.
But I think we have had enough. Unless one of y'all got something to say. Because I'll just get the benediction.
Shan said she'll pay for it, Marcus.
Oh, Lord. Wait a minute. We got a whole nother conversation going. Hey, we need a virtual rain. Make it rain virtually. Hey, it's the end of the month. I'll send them. Drop. How much would you need? What you need? $50, $7,500?
First off, niggas can't buy me. Stop it.
Hold on.
I got integrity.
Ben America said it's time for the roast session. I want you to get paid, Marcus, so you can also get your ass whooped by that woman in that room. I dare you to stand up. You can hit
I'm not standing up. I got pants on. First, this is not even a conversation. Thank you for watching ClickBaity Political Thirsttrap. It's been a very good show, a good episode.
It's been a good week.
See you Monday.
Hold on a second.
For real. All right. Go ahead, man.
Some of our viewers didn't know what mollywop was. Marcus, go ahead and stand up
So they can see what a mollywopping is.
Because I know some shit happening. Tip for the strip. That's what she said. Shan is not
You
playing.
got a tip for the strip.
Somebody in the audience actually got the last word, and I'm trying to find it. I lost it. Who said it? It was very simple, very succinct. They said, "Go and vote." That's the last word.
Wow.
That's the last word. I can't find it, but they said it. Last word. We'll see everybody on Monday, fellas. See y'all next time.